My 25M boyfriend receives gift from female friend that I 24F find inappropriate. My boyfriend has a friend that he's been friend with for less than 6 months. They work together and yes, they talk outside of work. My boyfriend is leaving a job and she got him going away gifts. One of the gifts is one of those love jars that you put little notes in. On the jar it says, "Read these when you need a pick-me-up or for when you miss me." I think that the gift is inappropriate and crossing a boundary. I told him that that is something that you give to your significant other. He doesn't agree and doesn't see it as inappropriate and thinks I'm overreacting. How can I get him to see that it is inappropriate and crossing a boundary? Edit. For further detail. She's married. He also implies that just because she's married, the gift isn't inappropriate. Read the notes. Do they say things like, "Remember that time in that meeting so-and-so said blah blah"? Quote. Or, "I miss your smile when you'd walk by my desk." Quote. Send a photo of the gift to her husband and ask his opinion. Not only is it crossing some boundaries but it's kind of creepy. Sounds like she wants to start an emotional affair with him. Your BF needs to stand up to her or she's going to see it as a green flag to proceed with this behavior. I would go through the jar and read every note. While giving something like that to someone who is not so, is creepy. She could really be that dumb, naive, and believes it to be a harmless mood picker-upper. Note. I was going to say, "Pick me up," but that didn't convey what I wanted to say. But maybe it was what she really wanted to say, wink wink nudge nudge. Hopefully none of notes has her contact information. Your boyfriend is the issue. Something tells me he knows how she's acting is unacceptable. But he'd rather dismiss any worries. But why? He needs to take your feelings into consideration. Sending someone something lovey-dovey is clearly romantic and she's trying to get him for herself. If he was smart and had an ounce of empathy for you, had cut her off and prioritize your relationship. I don't think this will end well if he's not more honest about her intentions. That is a deeply weird thing to give a coworker rather than a lover. Deeply, deeply weird. Well, as a married woman, I would never fkn give something like that to another man. That's def weird. Lol, send a picture to her husband and get his opinion. Some of you woke up and just picked violence right away, eh? Read this when you miss me. It's absolutely inappropriate and he knows it. He's just trying to make you doubt yourself so he doesn't have to be accountable. Your BF has some type of feelings for her, and is trying to bully you into thinking you're overreacting. But you can't get someone to see something they are intent on not seeing. No magic wordsy. So sorry. That's literally the gift my boyfriend got me when we first started dating. You need to check his phone. That is not normal. I mean, she shouldn't have gifted it, but I do think it's on him to set a boundary in this case. How can he think that's a normal gift to give a friend who is in a committed relationship? If a female coworker gave me a jar like that, I would immediately throw it in the trash before we are both on Dateline as part of a double murder. My wife would rip my dick off. Yes, it's inappropriate and yes, it crosses a line. Info. What do some of the notes say? Do you have 2 or 3 examples? Reading your comments, they definitely want a slice of each other and are 100% having somewhat of an emotional affair. This is a big hole. Oof. I'm sorry, op. Your boundaries are healthy here. He just wants the attention. Woman shrugging. Throw the whole man away here is warranted. But before y'all do that, maybe sit down and discuss boundaries. You're allowed to have them. He's allowed to do whatever he wants, but if he's not respectful of your boundaries, then he's not. The butthole for you. So many red flags. To answer your question, you can't because he does not care. He's in the crush fog is not full-blown affair. If they're becoming friends, ask if you could have a couple's night and then bring up the gift and see how her husband reacts.
Yep, you are right.
Your BF knows. Everyone knows. He's playing dumb. Info. What is actually inside the jar? I've created love boxes filled with little notes a few times. Mainly for partners, but one was for a friend who was struggling and I filled that one with empowering quotes, stupid reminders on things we did, etc. They're not necessarily always romantic, but context counts. Are the notes things like, remember when John spilled his coffee on the boss's lap, or are they, I love the way your butt looks in our uniform?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.